science session. So let us continue with our chapter crop production and management. So I hope children you remember in the last session we have discussed about the adding manures and fertilizers. So which is the third step of the agricultural practice. So fourth step is the irrigation. So it is also one of the important steps in the agricultural practice. So as you know children, most of the plant requires water. So water is very essential for all the living organisms. Most of the plants, they require the water for the healthy growth of the plants, because almost 90% of the plants, they contain the water. So why this water is required for the plants? Because water is necessary for the germination of the seeds. So germination of the seeds takes place only in the presence of water, and whatever the nutrients that are absorbed by the plants from the soil, these nutrients has to be transported to the different parts of the plant. So water helps in transporting these nutrients to different parts of the plant. And one of the important requirement of the water for the plants is water is necessary for the growth of the plants, because it helps in moistening the soil. So soil is moistened with the help of this water. So this helps the plants to have a better, to give a better yield. And also the water helps the crop plants from the hot air currents and the frost. So by knowing all these, we can say that water is very much essential for the growth of the plants. But how this water is supplied to all the crop plants? So that is nothing but the irrigation. So irrigation is nothing but the water supply at regular intervals. That is nothing but the supply of water to the crops. Irrigation is the supply of water to crops at regular intervals. So this is called as irrigation. Irrigation is the supply of the water to crops at regular intervals. That is called as irrigation. So water has to be supplied at regular intervals so that the water makes the plant to grow in a better way. And the frequency and time of the irrigation, it may change from time to time, from region to region, and from soil to soil. Because sometimes in case of summer, if you take, in summer season, frequency of watering will be more because the evaporation process. Because of the evaporation, the water adding frequency to the crop plants will be more. So it differs from time to time. So irrigation is the supply of water to crops at regular intervals. So what are the sources of the irrigation? Sources of the irrigations are wells, ponds, lakes, borewells. So all these are the sources of the irrigation. Sources means the source from where we are getting the water. That is called as sources of irrigation. So from these sources, the irrigation process can be carried out. So again in the irrigation, we are having two methods. First one is the traditional method. Second is the modern method. So there are two methods of irrigation. Traditional method of irrigation and modern method of irrigation. So in case of traditional method, usually the farmers, they will undergo the traditional method of irrigation in the villages. So because in this traditional method, it is usually the labor. It is manually it is done, because by making use of the cattle, and even the farmer also, they will manually do this irrigation by making use of different methods. In different regions, different methods have been used for lifting the water from these sources. that is from wells, ponds, lakes and bore wells. So the lifting of the water is done in different regions by making use of different methods. So again in this traditional method we are having 4 types. First one is mode, or we will also call it as a pulley system. Second one is rahat. Third one is chain pump. Fourth one is Dekli. So these are the 4 types again in the traditional method. Mode we will also call it as a pulley system. So one by one we will study now. Mode or pulley system. So in this system usually it is carried out by the farmers, in which the lifting of the water is done with the help of the pulley and the rope. So with the help of the pulley and the rope, the water is lifted and it is added to the fields. And next, in case of rahat, the animals are used. Here the animals are made to rotate. So when the cattle goes on rotating, the wheels which is connected to the beam of the cattle, so that makes the water to lift from the well. Next one is the chain pump. So in case of chain pump, there are 2 wheels. So these 2 wheels are tied up and they are connected with the chain with the help of the chain and the bucket. With the help of the bucket, the water is lifted up and it is again added to the nearby fields. And next is the Dekli. So in the Dekli it is similar to that of the mode. But here in case of Dekli also, by making use of the rope and containers, the farmer, they will lift the water from the sources of irrigation like wells and they add to the fields. So these are the 4 traditional methods of irrigations. Again, in case of modern method, we have 2 methods or 2 types. First one is the drip system and sprinkler system. So both these methods are efficient methods, and usually these methods are used where the regions are having scarcity of the water. So these both methods are boon to the farmers, because in case of these 2 methods the water has to be saved, because it is done in those regions where there is water scarcity. So first we will take about the sprinkler system. In case of sprinkler system, this system is usually carried out in the uneven land and where there is scarcity of the water. So in case of sprinkler system, there are perpendicular pipes which are connected to the rotating nozzles on the top. So these perpendicular pipes, they are attached to the main pipe, and when the water is allowed to pass through the main pipe with the pressure, this water, it will pass to the perpendicular pipes, and through the rotating nozzles the water is sprinkled throughout the field. So just like raining. So this helps that all the crop plants will get the water without wasting the water. So this is one of the efficient method of irrigation. So here also water is saved, and usually this sprinkler system is carried out in coffee plantation and lawns and even for the fruit plants. So next comes the drip system. In case of drip system, the water is made to pass through the pipelines directly to the roots of the plants, drop by drop. So we are calling it as a drip system. Here also water, it is used in those regions where water scarcity is there, and it is also used in the fruit plants or in the plantation like fruits where the fruit trees are grown. So this is also one of the efficient method of the irrigation, that is drip system, and it is also a boon to the farmer because in both these systems the water is saved here. So this is about the irrigation. So in today's session, children, we have learned the definition of irrigation. It is the supply of water to crops at regular intervals. and we have studied about the sources of the irrigation and the two methods of irrigation, that is traditional method and modern method. Again in traditional method we have studied 4 types and in modern method we have studied 2 systems, drip system and sprinkler system. So I hope children you understood this session about the irrigation. So in the next session we will continue with the chapter. Thank you.